I was told certain things. I was told Lukaku can't score against big teams because he's Tim's. I was told Mbappe is what was it? Piss Mbappe. He can't score penalties. He doesn't know how to pretty much show up in so-called big games. I was also told that Karim Benzema, a guy who I believe has been the best player in the world this year, because he's been introduced into France, he has somehow messed up the equilibrium. Because I have the tweets, I've got the receipts. As much as you guys have the receipts, I have receipts as well. But Benzema goes ahead and scores a goal and totally looks money in the second half, spearheading their response. This stream is solely dedicated to all you freaking filthy, thinking haters. Get it. You see, guys, be calm. In life, be calm. Be calm. Well, wait, what did they say in Spain? Calma. Calma. Be calm. Have faith in your theory because eventually you'll be proven right. Have faith in the realness because you'll be proven right. Oh, Hazard was a bald, by the way. Just in case no one knows, like Hazard actually, he bowled. Yeah, he bowled. He did his thing, so that's fine. I have taken so much abuse and it's been hard. I had to go seek therapy. So shout out to my shrink, my physiotherapist, my physiologist, Miss Lakak, who really helped me because Mbappe missed the penalty. Mbappe missed the penalty. MC, where you are? LT, where you are? LT, you losers. I'm sticking to you, filthy, stinking losers in the live chats. Pace Mbappe. Wait. I thought he's Pace Mbappe. I thought he's Pace Mbappe. 2-0 down. 2-0 down. Messi could never. Cristiano could never. Don't disrespect a World Cup winner. You see, there are Ballon d'Or, then there are World Cup winners. There are levels. This is why I don't have any respect for Messi or Cristiano, because you see, for me, I appreciate what they do. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's all right. Messi, Cristiano, they're all right. They're good. They're good. I see, in the words of Jadakiss, Messi, Cristiano, they're good. They are good. But they're not. There's a reason why it's called the prodigy. There's a reason why, because this isn't baby food. This isn't baby food. 2-0 down. And Twitter would have gone crazy. At halftime, I wish I saved them tweets. Rah! I wish I saved the tweets. Guys, don't tell what guys were saying in tweets. Oh. LL, where's your Mbappe? LL, where is your prodigy right now? Oh, Mbappe is getting pocketed by dinner. It's funny how you see, because okay, well, I'm not a public figure because I'm a guy just on YouTube. I'm just on small on YouTube. I'm here, wins or losses. I'm here. I'm here, wins or losses. You can't throw hate. Then when things change, you go hiding. You can't do that. Because I'm here, wins or losses. But you like to speak when things are all good. But when the prodigy rises and he shows why he was a World Cup winner at age 19, where you are? Where are you? Where are I'm looking for y'all. Where are you? I'm looking for you guys. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? I'm waiting. Your boy's waiting. Halftime, you were ready to slate him. You were ready to crucify him. You were ready to baptize him. You were ready to just completely pound it and pound it. Do you know what I love about it so much? Because this was such a huge win for me. This is where I wanted through Lukaku because I'm going to talk. So please, I'm going to talk. So get your questions and everything because I'm going to talk. I am going to talk. So please feel free to send in your super chats again. I thank you for your super chats. Those are donations that help this things go through. So I thank you for your super chats, your donations, and I will get to them once I have a break. So send in your super chats, but I'm going to talk first because I need to freaking talk because based off the abuse I've taken, I need to talk now. I've got the mic now. So you want to strap in. So as I was saying before, I was really interrupted. Because I'm going to get three because I won three. Because I went through Lukaku, I went through Mbappe, I went through Benzema, and I'm going to talk specifically of three of them and how I went through three of them. So I'm going to build because I want to Mbappe to last. I'm going to start with Lukaku. Let me start with Lukaku. You people are mean. You're so mean. So mean. You see, because I had to give you like a nice clean shave for this because this is such a big night. I had to look the part, you know. I just had to look the part. I had to clean shave, like Lukaku. Lukaku can score against big teams. What? He can't score against big teams. You see, this isn't it's happened now. This isn't it's happened. He mentally abused Hernandez. Yeah. He did. He mentally because he didn't just score a goal. Did you see what he did to create space? Did you see what he did to create space? And what did he do once he created the space? His weaker foot. I can confirm that he's left-footed. Yeah, he's a laterally left-footed guy. So this was with his weaker foot, and that ball entered into the roof of the net. But now people say, "Oh, Lloris is not so good and everything." No. You can't chop and change. You can't chop and change. You cannot. You said he couldn't score in a big game. He has scored in the big game. And people may argue that was onside. So really, he scored twice and the winning goal. So if we want to be real, not only did he score against a big team, he scored twice and the second goal was the winning goal. So guys, what are you going to say? Oh, this is an L for you guys. Oh my God. Haters, it's an L. Haters, what up? Haters, what? No. Come on, wait. What up? Yeah, you clowned me for so long, but now it's me. Haters, what up? Haters, what up? You losers, you stupid losers. You failed. I'm sorry. This was a really bad night for the haters. I'm sorry. Oopsie. But haters, it gets worse. Strapping, it gets worse. Haters, it gets worse. Don't worry, it gets worse. I promise. It gets worse. What's next? Someone put out a little tweet. Because there were main tweets. Ever since Benzema has come back to the French team, they've only won once in 7 games. Ah! So people were trying to say that somehow Karim Benzema, who has arguably been the best player in the world for the last 12 months, somehow his presence has made the French team worse. And as France were 2-0 down, the narrative was, oh my gosh, Benzema has come and destroyed everything. I want to leave Mbappe to last. I'm leaving Mbappe to last. Did you see the goal that Benzema scored? This is under duress. Belgium are dominating the way. Hazard was having his way. This was under duress. Under duress in Tatanino. Benzema gets the ball. couldn't breathe. He couldn't see a lot. There were 8 Belgian guys around me. 8. Do you know what it means to have 8 guys around you? How do you score when there are 8 defenders around you? Left foot, corner pocket. Although he does know Couture from his playing days. Oh my God! Oops! Benzema scored. And oops! Benzema balled in that second half. Yeah, he did. He balled. He balled. He balled. So, you stupid, dim-witted, moronic, thick-headed idiots who plague my timeline on Twitter, I have this for you. Stop tweeting. Stop. There's cricket, there's basketball, there's tennis, there's women's football. Women's football is popping off. Women's football is popping off. This sport, I don't want you commenting on the sport anymore. No. Anybody that says that, oh no, well, Benzema has come in and has sort of messed up France and everything, no. You don't get to comment on the sport anymore. This is my sport. Women's football is popping off. What's it called? Super League. Women's football is pop. It's quality. Women's football is quality. It's quality. Watch it. Go watch women's football. Go watch it. I have my doubts. Okay, guys. Okay, this is okay. Okay, all right. Okay, it's the hashtag got this. Hashtag got this. Okay, fine. I had my doubts. I had my doubts. Is he really prodigy? Is he? Did he really peak in 2018? Because see, there's a tweet that people don't like. See, it's on. I put a little tweet back in 2018, and this is the tweet. It pops up. I'll try and find the tweet. I said, Mbappe at 19 has done more than both Messi and Cristiano at the same age. Everyone got crazy. Oh my God, Messi! I was like, yeah, cool. He won a World Cup at 19 years of age, and he dropped a 2-piece while Messi was on the pitch. People got mad, and I understand that because whenever you come towards people's quotes, people get a little bit of defensive. They get defensive. But when Mbappe missed the penalty at the Euros, oh my God, it was tough. The insults, the abuse. Mbappe missed, Mbappe flopped, Mbappe missed, Mbappe flopped, Mbappe missed, Mbappe flopped. And it was hard. I was like, man, is Mbappe the guy? Is Mbappe the guy? Dodd. What's Dodd? You see, Dodd is what separates this channel from any other football channel that exists in there. Because see, we talk the big talk. We talk the big talk, baby. 2-0 down. Who's going to step up? Messi could never. I have all the respect for Messi in the world. 2-0 down. I don't want to see Messi anywhere near the pitch because Messi would give up. 2-0 down. Messi would give up. Did you see what Mbappe did in that second half? That's why he's that dude. I told you guys, listen. Please listen. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. There's a reason why I'm the GOAT at this. There's nobody better. I'm sorry. It's not me being arrogant. There's nobody better at this than me. I bleed this. This is me. There are very few things in life I'm good at. I'm crap at a lot of things. This thing called football analysis, I'm good. I'm good at this. Mbappe understood what needed to be done. He said, okay, 2-0 down, someone needs to pop off. Someone needs to write. Someone needs to inspire this freaking team. You see, you have to study that Benzema goal. That's why when I mentioned Benzema, I didn't mention Mbappe because I wanted to focus on Benzema. You have to study that Benzema goal because look closely at the build-up to that goal. You know when Mbappe did his shimmy, yeah, give me the mic so I can take it away, ODB. Most guys go left, put it out wide. But Mbappe was like, ain't no time to play safe, baby. He was like, I've got to go in. I've got to go into the lion's den. Bro, I don't want Mbappe. It's the lion's den. Take the easy path. Take the easy path, please. He said no. He said, half hope, I want to live. He said, half hope, I want to live. Because you know what Mbappe said? Mbappe said, I hate the haters. I hate them. I got something for them. Shimmy, shimmy, ya. Shimmy, ye. Swig, swag. Lick, ye. Put a little ball into Benzema and the rest is history. But no, we move. Penalty. This is huge. Huge. And Mbappe knew that the last time he took a penalty, we all know what happened. And if he misses this penalty, who knows? Maybe they get screwed over. Do you know the balls it takes to step up for that penalty? Pause on that. Do you know the balls it takes to say, because he knew that if he missed this, because I saw the tweets. They tweeted me. Before he took it, they said, oh my gosh, Mbappe's going to miss. Mbappe's going to miss. Ha, ha, ha. To step up against one of the best keepers in the world and to put that ball sweetly in the top corner. My God. My God. I can't wait for Sunday. I can't wait for so Sunday's gonna pop off. Sunday's gonna pop off at Spain against France. Sunday's gonna pop off. We're doing because see, I'll do this. We'll go live on Twitch. Guys, easy. We'll have a meal. Guys, we'll have a meal. We'll have a 3-course. We'll have a 4-course meal. Guys, we'll have brunch. Easy. We'll have brunch on Sunday. We'll have brunch on. So my thing is this. And then, oh, by the way, France cooked, went crazy. Lukaku's goal offside. See, I keep getting them mixed up. So that's Lucas Hernandez, not Theo. I think it's sorry, that's Theo Hernandez. So Lucas Hernandez is the other. So this is Theo Hernandez, who is the guy that plays faceman. I get them confused. What a goal! And this is the thing about France. Once France switch on, they can't be stopped. I'll repeat that again. Once France switch on and are fully switched on, no team on this planet can beat them. But the question is, can they stay switched on and remain switched on? Because against Switzerland, they switched off. Because the thing about this France team is they have too many weapons. Griezmann's a weapon, Benzema's a weapon, Mbappe is a weapon, Pogba is a weapon, Pavard can be a weapon, and Hernandez can be a weapon. There are too many weapons that these guys have. And you know what's also scary as well? Woo! Madrid fans, what up? Madrid fans, I said what up? Madrid fans, show me. Live Madrid fans in the live chat, show me some hands. Who's a Madrid fan? Show me some hands in the live chat. Madrid fans, if you get Mbappe, I'm still inside. I dey see little satsy. Oh, guys, they go play. No, guys, they go play. You know, that's what they try. Mbappe, they show him leg. Say, Mbappe, they show him leg. They show him leg, JJ like this. So, because these guys, they're forming a partnership. If Madrid can get Mbappe and Benzema both playing the way they're playing, woo-wee! God damn! And that's why, see, I'm here for football. See, because I'm a very simple man. I fight for football. I'm only here for football. And I think with Hazard and Benzema in there, that is where we will see the true football rise, man. That's where we'll see the true football rise. So let's take a few of your dubs, man. So from your boy Osasuna, man, thank you for the dub, Osasuna. Osasuna says it's like scoring a goal versus Real Madrid in a friendly, big team in a non-competition. But hey, at least now you have 2 offside goal merchants. Osasuna, don't be a hater. That's my response to you. Osasuna, don't be a hater. Like, don't be a hater. Just accept this is a victory for me. This is a W for me, and this is an L for you. Or if you feel the hate, so just leave it as that. I don't want to hear anything but it's a friendly non-competition. I won tonight. I won, and that's I'm celebrating. So I'm celebrating. Shout out to Hennessy. But what up, baby? Shout out to Hennessy. I'm celebrating. So please give me my flowers, guys. I want to hear my flowers. Shout out to Jay Jokin. Thank you for the up. Jay Jokin says, "Did you see Lukaku try to dribble? Lord have mercy." Jay Jokin, I take it that you're a United fan. That's right. Can you please remind me what the score was against Everton? Also, Jay Jokin, you're a United fan, yeah? When last did your club win a major trophy? No, Jay, no, speak up. Jay Jokin, when last did your club, Manchester United, win a major trophy? When? When? His face. Your boy, Latin Rosario, who says, amazing as Kaku finally scores against a big team and proceeds to blow a 2-0 lead along with Fatsad. Hashtag finish, hashtag glorified friendly. Martin Rosario. I don't know, like maybe it's wear classes. I think maybe you missed the part where he scored the winning goal. Maybe it's the part where he came clutch. It was onside. But that's so he scored in a big game and he scored the winning goal. So Martin, you can't hate, bro. I'm sorry, you can't hate. You can't call him as Kaku. It doesn't work. He's done what you said he couldn't do. He scored a outstanding goal against the world champions. You can't chop and change. You can't chop and change. He scored an amazing goal against the World Cup, against the world champions. I'm sorry. As Kaku doesn't work. He's done his thing, and guys, I'm sorry. That was an amazing goal. That was an amazing goal. I'm sorry. It was an amazing goal. He did his thing. I'm sorry, bro. Your boy Suleiman, thank you for the drop. Suleiman says, fail. What a goal. Belgium's back has always been sus. Okay, no, that sounds so. Basically, their backline has always been suspect. So no, that was a super goal, and you saw that Benzema. You could see that Benzema desperately wanted, but Benzema was a look. He's in a better position. That's why Benzema was actually trying to wait to the left because he thought he would give it to him. But what that was just so beautifully struck. Remember, it is hard to beat Courtois. So you really need to put that ball in the corner pocket with ferocious speed. So the way that he did that was freaking money. Was freaking money. So, man, superb. Absolutely superb. Absolutely freaking superb, man. And that's because he only just got recently called up because he's been money for freaking AC Milan. And this is his first goal. So to score your first ever goal for France, and it is a winning goal against Belgium in a game like this, resulting in a 3-2, that's freaking amazing, man. That's absolutely freaking amazing. I mean, still the Belgium is, look, as I said again, Belgium's chance to win something was 2014. Was 2018. If they had beaten, and do you know what this game shows? And this is what I always said about Belgium. Supremely talented. Amazing talented. Amazing goal by Krasko. They lack mental fortitude. And what they lack is what this France team has. You see, France lost to Switzerland not because of a lack of mental fortitude, it was because of arrogance. Arrogance. But what this France team shows is that once their backs are against the wall, they know how to respond. So this France team, see, Belgium's weakness is a lack of mental strength. France's weakness is overconfidence, arrogance. But if France are now facing a time where they're now backs against the wall and you're being hustled up, France can say, all right, let's ride. Let's ride. Well, for Belgium, psychologically, this is a huge blow. And for me, it was a perfect chance for Belgium to get revenge. Because at halftime, I said, yeah, Belgium should have beaten France and World Cup semi. They should have, but obviously they beat them now because you have a much better Lukaku and teams and a bunch of guys who are now 3 years on. But what this now shows, so that's at the end, that's at halftime. But after 90 minutes, this shows that France will always beat Belgium. So France knows that okay, if we go ahead, because this is Belgium or not Switzerland, we will respect them and we can hold them. Now, if we go behind, we know that we can respond. I mean, it's a mental, like Belgium will never win a major trophy. And you just have to say that their golden generation failed. But how golden was the generation? From Live Hard and Die, think of the dub. He says, imagine Benzema and Mbappe at Real. Don't forget Pogba. If Real gets all three, game over. That's UCL. If because then Madrid are officially back. If Perez can pull off getting Pogba and Mbappe, and the greatest thing that it's possible. Now, I don't talk about wages and so forth, but if he can pull off, because remember, Benzema's already walking them right now. Because Benzema's already Pogba, bro. Guys, we can live. Because see, we had like a hangout on the members and said, man, football has lost its source. Football has lost its vibe. It's lost its technique, its excitement. Pogba, Mbappe, and Benzema, they're bringing it back. See, they're giving me those butterflies I felt back in the 90s and the 2000s because there is just a randomness in the way that they just move the ball around where it isn't like systemic. And Deschamps, and see, remember, Deschamps is old school. Remember, Deschamps is from the 90s. So Deschamps obviously has a general blueprint, but it's like, bro, interpret. I trust you, and you as individuals. Do your thing. So this is very, it's like anti-Klopp, anti-Pep, where it's like, do your thing. But if Papa Perez can bring Pogba and Mbappe to Real Madrid, woo, and especially looking at what Barcelona are now going through right now, look, it could be an era of domination for Real Madrid, man. From your boy Dinap. Thank you for the dub, Dinap. Dinap says, pace merchants can't dribble. Well, actually, 9 successful dribbles in a row on the right and left. He electrified the team when they were sinking. He was the pacemaker, woke up a dying heart. Dinap. I want to read that again. Dinap, I want to read that. So, guys, I want you to listen to what Dinap said. I want to listen very close to what Dinap said, man. So, Dinap, you said, pace merchants can't dribble. Well, actually, 9. Guys, are you listening? 9 successful dribbles in a row on the right and left. He electrified the team when they were sinking. He was the pacemaker, woke up a dying heart. Oh, guys. Mbappe balled. And the reason why I love it is that, see, there's a difference between balling against Lugo and Elche when you're 3-0 up, and the difference when you're balling against Belgium in a semi-final when you're 2-0 down. I told you guys, Dodd. Dodd is the beginning and end. For me, when it comes to football, I don't give a crap about meaningless games. I care about Dodd. I care about the big games, big pressure. They shoot the biggest lights. That's where it counts. Everything else is practice. In the words of Allen Iverson, everything else is practice. But when it comes to the big talk, this is the big talk that we're talking about, bro. Shane Schubert, thank you for the dub. Shane Schubert says, why is Big Moments Merchant yelling about a friendly? Shane. Shane, let me tell you why. It's called hate. Shane, Shane, you sound like a very, very, very smart man, and I'm sure that you're a genius with your doctorate degree from Harvard and Stanford. So, you know what hate is. The hate thrown at Lukaku and Mbappe was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. And there was a lot of hype. No, let's keep it. There was a lot of hype for this game, and Belgium were up for this game. So you're not going to tell me that Belgium were not fully 100% up for this game. They were up for this game, and they wanted to prove a freaking point. But they stood up. So Shane, you can say that it's a friendly referendum, but Shane, no, I don't want to look at that. Shane, I call this retribution. I call this karma. I call this karma. That's what I call it. Your boy also again says Gatlock and RDS eating good tonight. How so? How so? In what sense? I like in what sense are they eating good tonight, man? Explique. Actually, speaking of RDS, let me just whether I've taken everything, man. Okay, so from your boy Yass's side, man, thank you for the job. Yass's side says Belgium are specialists in failure. And HH, can you speak on where was KDB when the game was on the line and it was 2-2? When the going gets tough. Yass's side. You see, well, this new season of the football horse, it's called hashtag honesty. It's called hashtag honesty. And if you want to be honest, De Bruyne played really well in that first half. But as you say yesterday, when the going got tough, you saw what Benzema was doing. You saw what Mbappe was doing when the going went tough. When the going went tough, 2-2, Kevin. See, Kevin's too nice. You know, Kevin is like, oh, you know, he's a nice kid. Him built for this. Him built for this, bro. He's not built for the big time, baby. He's small, guys. And it's he's great, but him big time. He's not big, and it's fine. You can still be quality, but small time. But when it comes for that big Kalini, he ain't built for this, bro. He ain't built for this. He ain't built for this, bro. He ain't built for this, bro. He ain't. Told you, man. It's different. See, this game just shows you where those dudes and those dudes. It could be that dude, but when you talk about that dude, told you, bro, it's different. Yes, it's different. Your boy, also again, Koeman reached the final of this competition. Oh, yes, I think you're saying with the Netherlands. Osuna, whatever you say, I don't give a damn. Osuna, there's nothing you can say that can take this W away from me. Okay, this is a win for me. I have taken too many L's. I've received too much abuse for you to try and twist this into some kind of weird kind of no. It's a win for me. And I'm going to accept this as a freaking win for me. So there's nothing you can say to call this, a glorified friend. Hell no. Your boy Abudi, thank you for the dog. Abudi says, Kylian Mbappe and Benzema next season. Europe gets ready. I'll say it again. Red Devil, I'm sending you the link right now, bro, because we need to talk about Saudi Arabia. Red Devil, I'm sending you that link, bro. I'm sending you that link. So, Red Devil, if you're up in that piece, the link is there, bro. The link is there, Red Devil. If Paris gets Mbappe next season with Benzema, and if they can somehow pull a heist, if they get Mbappe, that'd be like, if they can pull a heist, and get Pogba as well, Real Madrid are going to look crazy. And Hazard is my guy. Hazard is my guy, man. I love you, boy. But go to be real, guys. It's hashtag honesty. It's a new season. It's hashtag honesty. And hashtag honesty states that, bro. You see, and this is what I said to guys, and it's why does Eminem walk? Is Mbappe friends with Neymar? Not really. Is Mbappe friends with Messi? Nah. Mbappe and Benzema are homies. They're homies. They're guys. So when you're playing with your homeboy, when you're playing with the guy that you know from way back when, it's different. If I'm playing with the guy who I know fully, I roll differently. I roll with it. See, I move with a little swagini. Because let's keep it real. Mbappe and Benzema doing showing that thing. That's what you guys see. This is what I need. I need that football. Not football. I need that football. Where guys, let's have some technique. Let's entertain the crowd. Because I was saying this on Twitter. ever since Daniel's left, who's been the next Daniel? Who was trying to entertain the way that Daniel did? Where's Joker Bonito? Where's the entertainment? It's all this tactical stuff, which is all cool. I know football evolves, but I want to be entertained. I want to be entertained. I want to see styles. I want to see panache. I want to see randomness. I want to see some personality. That's the key word. Personality. Personality has been missing in football for far too long. Way too long. Where are the personalities? Tell me. Everything is robotic. Everything is mechanic. You call Mbappe arrogance, I call it a personality. I call it a personality. And roll on Sunday. Because obviously Saturday hangers, we're obviously going to preview and talk about this much in detail, but roll on Sunday. Because you see, when it was 2-0, I was like, okay, Spain, Belgium is going to be cool. Let's see how it goes. I want to see France, Spain. The street team. This is what we really want to see. Now, France, Italy would have been amazing. So basically, France is choosing France, Italy. That's what I wanted to see. France, Spain ain't bad. France, Spain ain't bad. And my thing is, we're talking about this is like, if France can only beat themselves. Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, freaking Italy, Spain, England. There is nobody that can beat France when France are on their game. You can't. There's too much talent. The only way you beat France is they run into bad luck, or really most likely they beat themselves. They beat themselves. This is a scarily talented squad. And when you watch this, it makes the Euros so much more annoying. These are the Euro winners. These guys were supposed to walk through everybody. They're supposed to walk through everybody in 90. So that's the thing. This team is so good. They walk through everybody in 90. Not a second more or less. They walk through everybody in 90. So all it's about are for the individuals to execute. Because in the first half, Belgium, they ran the whole game. They ran the whole narrative, they ran the whole game. Second half, they switch, and it's even similar to the Argentina game. Because remember, they were 2-1 down against Argentina. Argentina had the momentum, and France just switched. So it's sort of like, see, Switzerland, they didn't really sort of hand them in the back. And the issue with Switzerland is it's Switzerland. So France were just sort of shell shocked that, oh, wait, how are we losing to Switzerland? But if you're losing to Argentina, oh, it's Argentina. If you lose to Belgium, oh, it's Belgium. So because those are beating that you respect, when you're losing to them, you know how to react. When you're losing to Switzerland, you're like, wait, how are we losing to Switzerland? So before you can even try to gather how the hell a team such as yourself is losing to guys like Switzerland, you're gone. You're gone. You're completely gone. You know, you are completely and utterly gone, man. You know. But I want to obviously Red Devil is supposed to join us for this whole thingy. So Jay Jokin is back. So Jay Jokin, man, thanks. Well, okay, let's see. Jay Jokin says, "Why are you ignoring Jabba the Hutt, aka Hazard, aka No UCL?" Jay Jokin, you still haven't told me the last time United won a major trophy. I'm waiting. You're gonna say, when last did United win a major trophy? Like, because I know you've exposed. I know you're a United fan, and this guy that you called apparently Jabba the Hutt, he did ball. Oops, yeah. The guy you called Jabba the Hutt, you freaking moron. He did ball. He did ball. He played. He did his thing. So you can say only he still played and he still balled, you freaking moron. So Jay Jokin, can you get that trash ass loser Disney Plus mentions who is only relevant because he scored a goal in 1999? Get that, tell that loser to give me a major trophy. Then maybe I can rest, because I shouldn't even be responding to you when you've not won a major trophy in years. So I'm actually giving you some benefits in even responding to your freaking no major trophy winning ass, bro. Your boy Sunaman says, I was this excited when my country got to the final. Osuna, why not? Osuna, it's a free world. I can choose what and what not to get excited about. I choose for me. See, this is not about the Nations League. This let me repeat myself. It has not to do with the Nations League. Who cares about the Nations League? It's about retribution. It's about retribution. It's about karma. It's about justice. And it's about getting back at the haters. That's what it's about. It's about getting back at the haters and the guys trying to hold me down, trying to hold a black man down. And your boy Gatlock says, Peeps act like France didn't beat Belgium in the World Cup semi. But Gatlock, this was a different game, bro. This was there's one thing playing a Belgium team in 2018 when Lukaku was team. Let's keep it real. He was teams then. And you won 1-0. As opposed to playing them in 2021, Lukaku is now a top striker after winning a league title with Inter Milan, as that amazing goal just showed. So you're playing. So that team that you only edged past 1-0. You only edged past that team 1-0. You're now 2-0 down after being outplayed in the first half. Guys, you're going to give France credit for responding. You're going to give Deschamps a little bit of credit because we were ready to get Deschamps out of here. I was ready to say, oh my gosh, Deschamps, this guy, we're ready to get him out of here and so forth. But you know what this says? I'm not reactionary. I still don't believe France will win the World Cup, though. You know, due to get knocked out in the group stage. Mr. Man says Chiesa is that dude. He should be tier 1. I'm happy with upper tier 2 at the moment. At the moment, I'm happy to give him upper tier 2. But Chiesa, he can definitely get to Leaks. Stop hating. Leaks, stop hating. Also, Leaks, can you Leaks, I was asking your boy J Jokin whether he can give me a major trophy. So Leaks, J Jokin, Splash, more whatever in here. Can I get a major trophy? Can I get a major trophy, please? No. Chiesa, quality, amazing player, and I like him because I told you his nickname is Clutch Chiesa. But he's not that's just a man. Ibuan SB says, I'm glad people are noticing Benzema does this every week. Alex B, nobody watches games. Red Devil, I've sent you the link. Red Devil, I've sent you the link. Get in this whole thing and explain Newcastle to me. Red Devil, I've sent you the link, man. I don't care whether you're at work. I've sent you the StreamYard link in your Twitter DM. Get up in here, man. Get up in here and let's talk about this, bro. Because Red Devil, who is black, by the way, is from Newcastle. So I want to hear the Newcastle perspective. So, Alex B. Benzema, in my opinion, in my view, Benzema has been the best player for these last 12 months. He's been the best performing player in the world for this last 12 months, 100%. So that's the key thing. Leaks, don't live in the past. I told you, how many major trophies have you won in the last 3 years? How many major trophies have you won in the last 3 years? So don't get it. So guys, hopefully all of you guys have heard about this Newcastle. That Newcastle have been taken over by a Saudi Arabian company. Well, no, but a Saudi Arabia consortium or so forth. They've been taken over. Guys, do you know how good this is? And do you know how much it angers me? And live chat, let me say something. Why would this be problematic? People really want to spin the, oh my God, it's so immoral. Oh my God. Oil money is destroying the soul of football. Oh, because football is so pure? What? Because football is so pure. This should be championed. If in my world, everybody's a billionaire, everybody can spend whatever the hell they want, because you know what happens? We have parity. The Leicester City story, as sweet and as wonderful as it is, it happens once a lifetime. Once a lifetime. I don't want to be Leicester City because I want to win multiple trophies. I don't want to win one trophy and just be, oh my gosh, we're such a no. I don't want a special crap story. I want to win multiple trophies. So Newcastle being taken over by the Saudi Arabian group, bro. These guys could roll up with they could roll up with Messi, Cristiano, freaking who knows who the hell they could roll up with. But it's exciting. I cannot understand anybody who can be against this, because I remember when it almost happened and it was blocked, and I was like, you bastards, how dare you block them? So people like United City and so forth, and Chelsea, you can have all the money and so forth, but they can't. No. Everyone should be able to have money. Everyone should be able to be big time. And this is what I even say for the Bundesliga as well. Bundesliga. That's this whole. I mean, how good is that 50 plus one rule really? Oh, the fans own everything. Oh, cool, your fans own stuff. How many trophies can you now win? How can you battle Bayern Munich if you don't have the amounts of money needed to buy players? And guys, this is the reality of the world. You need cash. Okay, you need cash. You need cash, man. Your boy Alex says, why don't you talk about teams going on that run? Alec, have you heard the saying that be positive? I mean, have you heard the saying about if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything? Alec, I know that run was made, but I would like it if we just were to ignore it. Okay, so how about we just ignore that run and just keep things moving, man? Okay, how about we go down and keep things moving? But yeah, guys, I want every team to be a billionaires club. Like they showed a video. Look at how Newcastle fans were celebrating. Look at how they were celebrating. And also, guys, please, I beg you, don't give me this crap about how, oh my God, we have been brought up by these Saudi Arabians who screw over and sodomize kids and pretty much sell people into the oil mines. Spoiler alerts, everybody is messed up. America, the UK, France, Germany, everybody's hands are dirty. No one's clean. Nobody's clean. So I don't want to hear any crap about how what Newcastle doing is wrong. And here's my thing. Because I told you, I have never, ever been bothered about the amount of money that Man City and PSG have. Because I accept that it's the reality. It's the reality. You know? And shout out to the great Roman Abramovich. That's how Chelsea have rolled. Chelsea have rolled that way of where, bro, it's about the freaking cash. It's about the freaking cash. Yes, my thing with the yes. Shout out to Newcastle. I'm excited for what the future holds for football. I hope they do very well. P.S. Give Uncle Mo the job or Arsene Wenger. It's funny you say that. So, no, for me, again, I'm a bit older, so I know what Newcastle were, and Newcastle are one of the biggest teams in England. You know, so yes, they've been relegated and so forth, but in terms of fan support and so forth, and the stature of the club, they are one of the biggest clubs in England. So they are freaking huge. So it's it's a great thing for them, man. And my thing is, Arsene Wenger, I don't think is going to be back in management anytime soon. It's too late to get because Uncle Mo is already under contract in Roma. Conte
is the big one.
Conte would be interesting because my thing is if they give it to Lampard, these guys are cycles, man. Those guys are because I think it's like, guys, it doesn't matter what he looks like or whether he drinks tea with Prince Harry and so forth. Lampard was a quality player. He's a garbage piece of crap manager. Your boy Suleiman says Lugo FC need a sugar daddy. La Liga champions 2030. Suleiman, write to the owner, write to the Lugo owner because I told you, Lugo, get in on it. Lugo, write to some Saudi Arabia and say, bro, let's get that oil money. In a few years, you could be champions in 2030. So Suleiman, rise to the Lugo president and say what's up. Red Devil, what up, baby? What up, baby?
We'll bring that up later. So it's just for later discussion. It's my theory of like players they could get and stuff like that. But yeah.
So just be clear. Do you still live in Newcastle?
Yeah, I still live in Newcastle, man. I'm not there
guys,
currently.
We have a Newcastle resident here and so forth. And my thing is, because again, I think we're both old and so forth, and we sort of know how big Newcastle are, but just explain from a guy actually living in Newcastle how important the Magpies are and the football team is, and how what a big deal it was at St. James's Park and so forth and everything in Newcastle, and why this is a big deal in them getting taken over.
Yeah, given the background for those who don't know where, just as a FYI, I am at work, so if you hear a bit, I might get a bit phoned or bleeps if I cut off. Just but I am still here.
Tell them you're in a hangar. Tell them
Yeah,
to relax.
call back.
Go on.
Right, okay. So just a bit of a Newcastle, because Newcastle are kind of like my second team ever since I sort of moved up with my family, like goodness knows 2 decades ago. But so essentially, for those who were around with like early Premier League kind of sort of time, Newcastle actually were competing for European football. Like I think as a United fan, the classic one was when Kevin Keegan, you can see on YouTube there, I'm coming for Sir Alex Ferguson. He was calling him out, etc. Fergie mind games, and obviously Newcastle don't win the league that season. So Newcastle were actually one of the big Premier League teams, and then unfortunately in 2003, Mike Ashley basically bought the club. And they went from a team that actually were one of the highest spenders, at least relative to Premier League time, to one of the negligible. Let me put it this way: it was. I think they recently broke their transfer record. I think it was last year for. I think it was Joe Linton. Before that, go on.
When they got Shearer from Newcastle for, I think it was 30 million.
Yeah,
that was the record.
That was the record of the time. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
30 million for Shearer. Yeah.
It's nothing now, so by the time, it was big. So this is the context. At the time, they were a club that wanted to compete at the highest level in European football. So that is so a lot of Newcastle fans, especially our age and so older, are it's been painful for them because they know where Newcastle as a football club were going and what they were achieving. Obviously, when Mike Ashley took that spending or that competition just went to basically zero. Mike Ashley, for goodness knows how long, I make a case that is probably worse than the Glazers, because he literally turned Newcastle into a business, in a good way, in a sense, because they're not in any debt. So that's one thing. If I go into the Newcastle City comparisons, it's just a good thing.
No. When that guy changed it from St. James's Park to the Sports Direct Stadium.
Sports Direct Stadium, yes.
That's messed up, bro.
Because that was his business. So it was more to advertise his business, Sports Direct, here, cheap sorts of stuff and the slave labor conditions that we have, because Mike Ashley was a harsh worker. But yeah, the ambition of Newcastle Football Club was crap. They didn't want to compete anything. And like I said, before their record signing, I think Joe Linton last season, was it Joe Linton Amron or whatever, their previous record for that was Michael Owen in 2006. So Newcastle essentially become more of a selling club since then. And really, a lot of the fans, they just were so disillusioned with Mike Ashley's ownership. Mike Ashley. I mean, to be fair, Sullivan does have a point, because Mike Ashley kept Newcastle in profit. That's the thing I always.
No. From what he is, because he did some stuff that was okay against the kind of nature of the club, but he's still, as I said, business wise, he still kept them in the green, and he was always trying to just make this club profitable. That's when you bankrupted the freaking club and left that way and just ran away. So
Newcastle were one of the few Premier League teams that actually make an annual profit every single year, about 40-50 million annually. So that is an issue. So I don't think you can. But obviously that exchange crippled the ambitions for the club, and a lot of fans wanted him out, and those protests intensified over the last 5 years or so. And then so obviously a year ago, when there was word that the Saudis with Amanda Staveley were backed with a consortium, right, okay, we want to now take over the club. Newcastle fans were ecstatic. We're this has to get through. 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 It fell through initially, and we know now why it fell through, because of the issues with piracy rights with beIN Sports, the Qatari-based sporting that has the rights to the Premier League and other leagues in North Africa and the Middle East. They've resolved that, which I think cost them quite a bit, and obviously that's paved them the way for this deal to go through. So I mean, man, it's if you went to literally, it was mad in the city centre.
No, because I want to actually let me just get this done, because I want to know what the mood was like. But let me just quickly get this dub. So from your boy Yasser Side, who says, thank you for the dub, man. Yasser Side, who says, the English media are trying to push this Lampard to Newcastle job. They think we are not onto them. But Stevie G is a very interesting potential hire. Look, you see, my thing is that I see that's why I just love that I have kind of platform because I can give you the real. The media is trying to somehow create this narrative that Lampard is this amazing man of play because see, English medium people they just like to pick people, like sort of like the teacher's pets back in school. Newcastle, you play. If you want to be successful, this is a job for Antonio Conte because Conte can come and bro, I now have funds. I can actually cherry pick the kind of players I want. Bro, you give this to Conte, we now have a very interesting league. And Red Devil, bro, if Conte gets that job, I fear for United. I mean, United could be that team that especially if Ole is still in charge, because again, this is only good for the Premier because now we now have another major player in the game. We now have another major player in the game, which makes it super exciting.
You're saying fear for United. What about Arsenal and Spurs? If we're talking about it, we're far from what happened to Arsenal?
Breaking into that whole kind of top four theorem and everything. No, bro. Arsenal and Spurs, those guys they're done. They were done ages ago. But so talk to me. So what was the mood like once the news? So around when did the news was this official?
It was afternoon, if I remember. It was definitely because there was strong because yesterday. It was very, very strong. I think ever since I think they put out that the Bayern Sports thing had been resolved, there was everyone's.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for the love.
Thanks, bro, man. Thanks, man.
Thank you for the love.
But yeah, like everyone was pretty certain it was going to go through, and I think they officially broke news around the afternoon sort of time.
Because they were saying that it would take like 48 hours. That it would take 2 days.
But I mean. It just and the thing is, it's interesting because like people are the Premier League are kind of holding it back because of the potential linked rights abuses, etc. And then you find out like it had nothing to do with like rights abuse or stuff like that. It all had to do with Bayern's Premier League piracy issues and stuff like that. Like basically money with the Qataris. That's all it had to do with it. It had nothing to do with what was going on in Saudi Arabia or anything like that, So it's money. That's what all it had to do with.
But this is what I want to ask. Because I was on Twitter and I think this is a Newcastle fan.
Yeah.
Because he was responding to a tweet that Gary Lineker made. Yeah. And this guy said about how, as a Newcastle fan, I don't know how to feel that we've been brought out by a nation that has all this child abuse tactics and does really horrible things to his citizens and so forth. So this is sort of like blood money, and this soul of football has been taken. And I was like, wait, what the hell is this clan taking? So what is your stance on that in the sense of, oh my gosh, is this morally defunct that Newcastle, we're happy, but we're being brought out by such horrible, devilish people?
First of all, I don't like necessarily judging an entire country or populace based on its worst elements. I don't think that's fair. And Britain and especially America seem to have this thing. I remember the same thing when the Russia World Cup sort of happened, where you highlight this thing. So therefore, all the citizens, all the business and everyone that must clearly be complicit in everything that's sort of going on. That's absolutely like if I said like those same people were like, oh, okay, well, because Britain was involved in the slave trade and because we have and America have like gun shootings, that must mean that every single white American hates black people and goes out on their guns. That doesn't happen. So we've obviously been told, but we've been told that this consortium has no dealings with the Saudi government, was independent of the Saudi government. Whether that's true or not, it's to be seen. But that's what they've disclosed. That's what they've told. So I can only go by that. Otherwise, well, we can talk about the Chinese businesses, the Russian business, etc. We're going to look into see whether they must have, like, at the end of the day, if you go high up, they're inevitably going to have ties irrespective. Like, I'm not naive, but from what they've declared, they're an independent fund, should be treated as such. And like I said, like, I think it's wrong that you judge the worst parts of that you judge a individual. And hold them accountable to the practices of the state. Maybe the head of the Gona actually is this owner guy who eventually became director of football is against all those things. But like he's obviously not the person who sets the laws or is the prosecutor. You kind of see what I mean, So it's at the end of the day, it's a lot more complicated than that. And the funny thing about these things is that like and this is where I do get annoyed with these types of people, is that there's been interest by these guys over the last year and a half. So what did you do if this was such an issue for you and all the people commenting about it? What did you do in a year and a half to make that known? What did you do? What did you do? Did you go out and put a petition out or raise more awareness, especially in Saudi Arabia, etc., etc.? Did you actually, as an individual, do anything to raise awareness or contact organizations to bring attention to things? You didn't do anything. So it's only now. So coincidence now you're like, he might be. It's so clearly you don't really care. Because if you did care, you'd have done something in the year and a half to 2 years when the interest was there, than not. And I can't stand people that generate self-righteous but don't actually do anything about it. Don't genuinely care. It's allow that.
Like for me, people just like to talk because again, it's a whole virtue signaling, and people just like to say, "Oh, I was on the right side of history," or be moralistic, and it's like at the end of the day, guys, get real. Now, how true is this?
I mean,
because for me, this is see. I always say never believe everything on the internet apart from Wikipedia if you're trying to pass your degree in university.
Yeah.
But 320 billion next to 23 billion, 15 billion, 11 billion. Wow, Abramovich 9.6 billion. God damn.
Abramovich is, well, there you go. So
so Aniel is that rich? 11 billion?
Yeah.
So why are they finding it so hard to buy players if it's worth 11 billion?
Well, this is the thing that we're going to talk about, because at the end of the day, it's one thing to have money, it's another thing to have and whatever you say about Sheikh Mansour, they've obviously had a plan. So obviously Newcastle now, everyone is getting drunk, wasted, probably not going to be going to work tomorrow. Literally, it's just mad. It's absolutely crazy. Newcastle obviously is considered to be white compared to other parts of the UK, man. And then you're literally seeing, bro.
Stay safe, carry a
no,
it's not even a samurai sword.
Bro, that's the thing. It's the opposite, because people now, they're literally just Saudi Arabian flags. Everyone's wallahi. You see white people wallahi with the Saudi There's white people in front of the Newcastle stadium, just being yeah. It's just it's so funny, man.
Look, if you're a Newcastle fan, you have to be excited. You have to be excited because see, guys, football, it's a game. It's not real life. It's a game, and it's a pastime that we are very passionate about and we are very into, and it's our addiction. And when you look at Newcastle, for a team who have been through just the worst and so forth, and for a team of its stature, and because let's say you judge a team by the size of its stadium and its fan base, and when you look, I remember whenever you were going to see a game played at St. James's Park, man, I was no, this stadium is this is massive, and then you don't see this huge, massive guy. And guys, in January, February, it gets freezing cold in England. And in January, February, you just have this huge, massive guy, massive belly, no shirts, nothing, bare chest in the freezing cold. I'm okay, as we say this, no, these fans are different. These fans are different, man. So
the women do just the same. December stuff, and there's not much left to the imagination. Let's put it that way, guys. I'll keep it PC because there's kids watching.
This sounds like Vikings, 1300, 1200 era, I think. Your boy Miguel Rabines, who says, if I were a betting man, I'd put my money on Liverpool being the big club that suffers long term, giving FSG's lack of investment into the Liverpool squad. See, now we're not getting real, because my thing now is, as I said again, it's I think for some even said in the last industry, Kroenke, those Glazers are rich. Those guys are rich. I'm surprised that the Glazers are not even up here, or maybe they're not really. They declared the funds, but Glazers are definitely in the billions. So is Stan Kroenke. But you see, these guys are football fans. FSG, Kroenke, Glazers are not football fans.
Yeah.
There may be NFL fans, but really they are business guys. But this Sheikh Mountain Saudi Arabia, they like football. Abramovich, they love football. So for them, they're like, bro, it's like if you have like a cheat code on Football Manager, we have like loads of money. You're like, man, let's buy. But if let's say I was Stan Kroenke, I'd be like, oh no, save. I'm like, okay, saving for what?
Yeah,
I can just save. You know,
these football clubs are not like this. I think the difference with the way that the Kroenkes United and all these things is that like they are businesses. To these, it's like just a toy.
Yes,
like not like this. I mean, it's worth 320 billion. They don't need to buy Newcastle Football Club. Like 320 billion, that's what it's worth. Like they don't need to buy Newcastle Football Club. It's almost like a toy.
Which is why if you should be excited because these are not guys who will now use this as a business, because if it's 320 billion, we don't need you for extra business. So what this is that I'm bored. I want something to do. I like football. Hey, how about I have a nice little squad and build?
Yeah.
Because see, this is why I said that I'm all for the Super League. Let's everybody have a freaking super team. Like, let this be FIFA 2022. Let this be like Ultimate Team. We all have superstars. Let's go at it because it is what it is. My boy Munan Messenger, who says, "Thank you for the dog, man. What current Newcastle players do you think will still be on the team 5 years from now? Willock, Sense, Maxima."
Maybe you can cue into the not predicted, but like I basically did select a team. Potentially a realistic team based on whether they get Conte, but also
is it this one here?
Yeah. So these are players that like a combination of on their last year of their contracts going into the summer, and people that might be available. So, because Modric is there because he's going to his final year, and Madrid
would never leave Real Madrid, man. He'd never.
He's going into his final year. He's going into his final year. The whole point of this is that
you can't do this to Hazard. No. If Hazard comes, no way Hazard comes to Premier League and he doesn't play for Chelsea, bro. Nah, don't do that,
bro. If you got a guy who's like, you can come, and we're gonna pay you, 300k a week.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What do you? This is the key. This is the key thing. It's like, Newcastle, and I want to make this point here, like. Newcastle not like Manchester City when Sheikh Mansour took over, because obviously Newcastle, one, they have an established fan base, much bigger fan base, and two, they're generating profit. Three, they have a ready makeshift stadium. Whatever you say about Ashley, the Newcastle Stadium, it's modern, it's fine, it's good, it's okay. So there's not really a lot of infrastructure per se that needs to be invested in. Maybe the academy, women's team, but there's not that much. So a lot of money can actually be redirected into getting players and players' wages for the men's team. And you can start off with getting these cheap deals with players in their last years of their contract, which like a lot of players here, like Carvajal, Modric, Sule, Zakaria from the Bundesliga, for example, Maximan. These are all players that are in the final year of the contract that might be swayed. I don't think it will. Just will Real Madrid offer a 36-year-old Modric, another contract?
See, here's the thing, guys. You don't know what is inside someone's brain. So you can just say that Real Madrid, how historic the club is, the club such and everything. Modric, his love for the football, boom. But what if it's like Modric's like, you know what? I don't want to go into journalism or anything. I just want to chill. And these guys are offering me like 300,000 for 2 years. Something that Real Madrid would not even think of offering a 36, 37-year-old.
Exactly.
And Modric will say, look, bro, nothing personal or so forth. In these 2 years, I can make, on top of the money that I've already made throughout my career, in these 2 years, I could make serious cash.
Yeah.
It makes so much financial sense for me. And which is why that, and see, because it's like, if I see, the thing working against Newcastle is how can you sell Newcastle to a superstar? It's cold. It's up in the north and everything.
Yeah.
But guys went to go China.
China, exactly.
So my thing is, because for a player, they're like, bro, I'll play. If you're offering me 300, 400,000 a week,
Yeah.
I don't care where it is. That is too much money to reject. Basically,
Yeah.
I will deal with the code and everything. It's too much money. Guys went to freaking China where they don't speak English. The guys, see, Chinese food in China is horrible.
Yeah.
Chinese food here is amazing, but Chinese food in China ain't good. So you go to China, that is purely for the money and not for sightseeing.
Yeah.
So I think that if a lot of guys will be swayed by the money because, like, sorry, this is too much money to reject. And the fact that financial fair play doesn't exist. Financial fair play does not freaking exist. That's why this can go through. Bro, see, guys, right over. I love this. I think this is great. Your boy JJ Bridgman, thank you for the dub, man. He says that this news just push. Yeah, as Red said, just push Spurs and Arsenal further back down the pecking order. I feel for them as a Chelsea fan. Well, not really. Big up. Because see, I already have discarded Arsenal and Tottenham because I just think they're on the way on the decline.
Yeah.
But my thing is, Red Devil, man.
United, Liverpool, right?
No. My thing is that this could not be the end of it. What if there are more? Red Devil, there are a lot of billionaires that exist.
Oh yeah.
As I told you, football is going to look very different. Guys, enjoy football while it's last right now.
These are different types of
football is going to look very different, bro.
I mean, these are different type of billionaires because these are like free figure billionaires, which it's very like there are a lot of like most of the owners of the Premier League. People don't really appreciate this, but most of the owners in the Premier League are billionaires. Like if you scroll down that list, so you'll probably see. Let's see, Stan Kroenke is there, the Wolves manager, Everton manager, as Inter Milan managers there. Like, but in the Premier League list, pretty much almost every Premier League manager, certainly top 15 clubs are billionaires. I think the cheapest owner right now in the Premier League is actually the Burnley owner, followed by Norwich. So no surprises there. But most of the billionaires. So you have to be a billionaire to compete in the Premier League these days anyway. I think the difference between this, because it's like anything, like their levels, is mindset. So with the likes of the Kroenkes and the Glazers and all these things, the mindset is we want to turn a profit from these things. We don't necessarily care about the football. We want to make a profit. We want to expand. That's it. With these guys, I don't really care about we take like 100 million losses like for how many years. I don't mind. We want this entertainment. That's the difference.
Red Devil, perfect example, Mbappe.
Yeah.
If Kroenke or FSG or Glazers own PSG, Mbappe is playing a Real Madrid right now. Like,
exactly.
Bro, you're not going to sign a contract? Bro, how much? Okay, sell. But for PSG, they're like, no, we're good financially here. This is our baby, and we want to keep Mbappe for as long as we can because it makes it good for our football team.
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with these dudes, they're like, guys, Newcastle, this is our baby now. So right now, their thing is, we have the cash. We can pay you. Do you want to come? And for a lot of guys, bro, I don't give a damn whether it's on the moon thing and so forth. As long as you can promise that I don't get lynched and so forth, I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm there because
this might be
320 billion. That's cash. That's cash.
This might kickstart Hazard's career back. I mean, you got to think about it. Think about like this. But
if I see Hazard in a Newcastle jersey next summer,
bro, it could literally, he could ball. You saw that team. If Conte gets it, like even think of all the Juve players, like exchanging the black and white of Juventus for the black and white of Newcastle. That's the thing about this thing.
Because funny, someone just wrote the thing like says Bram kind of broke. But the funny thing is, they just showed how crazy this is. That when you look at this list, you're like, oh wow, 9.6 bill. Oh, that's not really that much. Because when you look at it compared to 320, but 9.6 compared to Red could buy both of our lives 1 billion times over.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, you just
9.6 next to 320 is like, oh geez, 9.6 next to us here.
Yeah.
It's a different planet, man. But
Yeah.
but 320 billion.
It's just
Like,
it's mad.
that's my thing. Even if that's not accurate, it's got to be around 200, 250. And so
Yeah.
that is.
It's insane.
But actually, let me ask, why do you think they chose Newcastle specifically?
For the things that I said, because I think that because, well, one, obviously, like the Saudis and the Qataris are rivals from what I understand, and so they clearly they want to get into this game to have their own kind of, club as it were. There's obviously a lot of like, PSG have their own thing, Man City have their own thing. So, but to be honest, I think that Newcastle, have been like a relatively well-run, established club. Compared to other investments, because like the problem with like the likes of Arsenal and United, yeah, exactly, is that any of those owners, they want to like sell them for at least double digits of £1 billion, and then like how much profit are you really making from those clubs on top of the fact that you have to clear their debt? Whereas Newcastle, like I said, one of the few clubs that don't have any debt, already have a modern stadium. There's not that much infrastructure needs to be done. So not only can you put money in and make this compete. I think Amanda Staveley, because she put a statement, she had an interview with one of the Newcastle reporters, which was literally like, we want to be competing for the Premier League within the next 5 to 10 years. That's what she's saying. Like, so from that this is serious, because of some of the other billionaire owners, they just buy it. They don't really come out with that. Like the Wolves and Everton owners, they don't really come out with that kind of talk.
No, I mean, because it's like when
the fact that you're saying like, bro,
it's like, yeah, like were any sporting statements, even says were any sporting statements made by Glazers, FSG, or Kroenke when they bought the clubs? No,
particularly just the usual. We want to continue the traditions and success of the club type of thing. We want to be successful, accepted, and every owner wants to be successful. But like I think it's a bit different, when you're like, we want to be competing for the top trophies within the next 5 to 10 years. So I don't see Newcastle. So for people saying, "Oh, Newcastle are going to be in top 4 next season," no, that's garbage. Like all this thing is going to take time. But I think what you will see is the next 4 or 5 years, maybe they'll get into the mid. Because to be fair, Newcastle finished 11th last season. So they don't really need that much to finish, say, in a Europa Conference League spot, per se. And then you can then build and then get into like maybe.
My thing is, that's what you guys like. This is, I can't under any. See, I question anybody that has any issues with this. Because my thing is, this is great. Because I remember when it happened with Man City, and what's it called? They had like what's called the Elano, Robinho, and I was like, what the heck are these guys, and so forth. So my thing is that right now, like, so what players? Basically, so next summer is going to be wow. What Newcastle going to get, and what will Newcastle now look like? Like I was thinking, it takes time to build team chemistry and for it to grow through. But what is exciting is, wow, Newcastle are now going to look completely different. And what are the kinds of players that they can get? And see, the thing though is, it's good because my thing is what is on Newcastle's side is it's that money thing.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take time, but the amounts of, if this figure is true, and Newcastle are saying, bro, 300,000, 400,000, 450, 470, guys will be like, bro, this is like, why did Carrasco, during his prime years, Carrasco, Graziano Pelle, Hulk, in their prime years, they went to freaking China. So now we can now give you that Chinese Super League money, but playing in the Premier League with the potential of possibly playing in Europe.
I think Nats has a super chat that he wants me to respond to.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Your boy here says, Arsenal are finished if this is true winning. No, look, it ain't. Look, I said it ain't looking good for like. Because see, my thing is, compare this to Kroenke and Levy. Levy is a businessman. Levy doesn't give a crap about what Tottenham do on that pitch.
Mm.
He never has. He couldn't
No.
give it. As long as the business is good, he's good. He couldn't give a crap. Win, lose, or draw. He couldn't give a damn. Kroenke,
Yeah, no.
even less so. It's like Kroenke. I don't think. Kroenke
Well, they
knows what
have.
FIU
What's his name? Is it Daniel Falk or whatever? Like, is wanting to buy the club or something like that.
The Spotify owner.
Yeah, who's there, and he's like, oh well, that's one of the key things about this stuff that people need to remember is that Ashley did want to sell. So it wasn't like, okay, yes, the Newcastle fans process, okay, yes, they want to, but like Mike Ashley did want to sell the football club. Like, he's not interested anymore, wants to go in his own investments. So that obviously helped a lot. The likes of the Glazers and Kroenkes, like, they've never really come out really and say, yeah, we want to sell the club for a couple of billion, etc. You know, like, if we do, it's got to be like a really, really big bro. And even then, you know, we probably want to hold on to our cash cow. So yeah.
Your boy Alex B says it's a public investment fund, not one owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not one person that has it. It's like it's a public.
No. But look, my thing, I'm just looking at the figure. So my focus is just on basically fund whatsoever. That is the figure. So that is the kind of money that they can now pull from. Like, obviously, Schickman, so that's just stupid. 23. Hence why I said, bro, don't sleep on 23 billion, 11 billion for one man. Or Dietrich Mateschitz, 15.7. That's crazy. So, yes, it's an investment fund, but you are pulling from 300 bill. 300 bill. And we thought Pep had a good man. Your boy Nancy says, RDS going to support his local team, Newcastle, now that United will become irrelevant because of them.
I wanna just clarify. I just want to ask Nat the question and the chat, and even yourself, HH. And here's a key question: who do you think will win the Champions League first, Newcastle or Manchester City? Discuss. Just answer for the chat. Can you let me know which Newcastle or Manchester City?
I'll answer. Please answer this question. And my thing is, Natsa, I dare you to allow Newcastle to win the Champions League before Man City. If you allow Newcastle to win the Champions League before Man City,
sorry, can you get Bob's comment up, please?
Who?
I think it's Bob.
Wait, Bob.
It's just scored up.
Do you know how frightening that would be?
The
Premier League is taking over. La Liga needs to change. I think somebody even posted before that, oh man, La Liga is screwed. Look, even before Newcastle, the Premier League houses United, Man City, Chelsea. I'd even ask, like, most of the billionaires are housed in the freaking Premier League. So it was already all of this before Newcastle. I think, see, my thing is Real Madrid and Barcelona always have a certain pool based off their history.
Yeah.
There's no amounts of money that Newcastle or Man City can have that can equate to the kind of history. So put it this way, look at all the money that City have and everything, even PSG. They still can't attract the kind of players that Barca or Real Madrid can. Case in point, Mbappe. I'm sure PSG have offered Mbappe crazy amounts of money, but Mbappe is like, no, it's Real Madrid.
But the only thing I would say, HH, and this is maybe the worst side effect potential that this thing might have, is that because much like what happened with when obviously PSG bought Neymar, right? What happened? The transfer market, the fees, the wages like skyrocketed because of an inflation. So suddenly a defender, a standard centre back or a decent centre back goes from 20 million to 60, 70 million. So if these owners obviously spend, you know, they say they buy a Hazard for like 120 mil, or they sign a continue on a free for like with a salary of like 300k a week or whatever. What that inevitably will do will push or raise prices up. And so it's going to make it difficult for teams. Yeah, even if they do the pull, I still think it's going to be difficult for teams to sign key players because in their mind, they're thinking, well, I don't want the disparity to be that bad. If the market basically says that like this striker is worth 100 million because the Saudis are paid for it, maybe PSG might pay for it, maybe Chelsea will pay for it and so on, then why should I go to Madrid for 40? Do you kind of see what I mean? So you're not wrong in that history and culture will have a thing, but I just think that if the disparity gets too big, which it might do, given the fact that we're already in a hyperinflated market as it is, because Chelsea spent 100 million on Lukaku. Let's be real, Lukaku isn't worth isn't that, like just likewise Sancho and so on. So it'll be interesting to see how much money that these guys actually spend and what their wages are, because you don't be surprised if you don't find that prices for players. Because remember, look at Dortmund, for example. Dortmund might be like, well, hang on a minute. Why should we sell? I know Alan Hearn has a release clause, but for some of their players, I'm like, well, why should we sell for freaking 40, 50 million when we can in the market, we could potentially get this guy sold for 100, 150?
Yeah.
So a lot of clubs that don't have that dough, the Arsenal, Spurs, cheapskates, they're going to be priced out to the market. So these next 5 years, if Newcastle do flood the transfer market with cash, are going to be very difficult for teams that don't spend the cash and can't compete. Does that make sense?
Yeah, money talks. Money. I think like money talk because okay. Like let's even use Haaland. Let's say like use Haaland for example. So Real are saying, all right, 70 mil for Haaland, and so they say 70 mil. Newcastle say 150.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, well, accepting 150. We're not accepting 70.
Yeah.
We're accepting 150. Now, Haaland, it's now down to you whether you want to go or not.
Yeah.
But we're not accepting 70. We're accepting 150 million.
Yeah.
So Newcastle now know that we can't compete with Real Madrid based on history and what the club is about. But what they can't beat us on is our price. And that club that is selling will want to sell for the biggest price.
I'm being called. 1 second, I'll be back.
Okay, all right. So while your boy takes that call, so selection, thank you for the dub, man. He says smart investing on their part, buying when the club is at its lowest. Compare and contrast to the stock market, bring them to a new peak. Now, look, it's a good purchase. When you know about Newcastle, you know the fan base, you know how passionate the fans are, you know how much they have been starving for success. You already have a massive interest within Newcastle, the city, the Premier League, the kind of league that the Premier League is in, and the excitement that garners. This is a great investment. It's a great investment. And anybody who grew up knowing Newcastle and so forth, like that's why you see it on Twitter. Everyone has said as well, if there's any club that this deserves to happen to, it's Newcastle. No offense to Everton, no offense to Leicester City, but Everton, Leicester City, West Ham, they don't have the stature or the fan base that Newcastle do. Like some people even mentioned this before. There was this guy called Faustino Asprilla, quality player. David Ginola. Go onto YouTube and look up highlights of David Ginola at Newcastle. That guy was a superb player. A superb player. And the season which they should have won the Premier League, where United beat them, they're freaking amazing. And I think they even beat United in one of those games like 5-1 or 5-0. So they had an amazing, superb team. And they've been in the Champions League as well. So it's great. It's great. So because put it this way. City have popped off and everything. This is a smarter investment than Man City. Because look at how many times has Pep Guardiola come out and said that, oh man, we need fans to fill out the stadiums. We want fans to be in here and so forth. The interest of Man City fans in Manchester doesn't come close to Newcastle fans in Newcastle. So the introduction of these superstar players and so forth is going to really be far more appreciated in Newcastle than it is at Man City. So if, let's say, Newcastle had this takeover before Man City and they then got Pep Guardiola, oh, bro, man, this team would be different. And these guys, they would sell out the stadium every single time. There would be zero empty seats. And because people say that, let's keep it real, the atmosphere in Man City, there is no atmosphere. Let's keep it real. I mean no offense to you, like thingy. So there is somehow, that's why they sometimes call it the empty hat. Like, look, of course, City fans care about the club and so forth, but the atmosphere you get in a Newcastle stadium as opposed to a City stadium is very different. It's very, very different indeed, man. Very, very, very different, man. You know, so it's great, man. But what is going to be interesting is that next transfer window and that summer and who they can get. Because I told you guys, cash is king and money is king. Because the dilemma that people will now have is, do you want to now go and play for Barcelona and Real Madrid and have the kind of respect and history that a Real and Barcelona have? Or do you want to just make a lot of money? You know, or do you just want to make a heck of a lot of money in a short space of time? And guys, that's truly a dilemma because at the end of the day, some players, the notion of a so basically for some players, the notion of playing for Barcelona Real Madrid, that's a big deal, and that is something that beats any amount of money. See, if it's me, now people can say, okay, really, but really, if it's me, oh, I would choose playing for a club like Real and Barcelona over crazy amounts of money. But that's just me. But people who maybe came from a particular upbringing and so forth, oh yeah, I would like to play for Real and Barcelona, but bro, I was debt poor. Debt poor. And I still have fears of going back to that favela. So because that's why for some guys, people like Hawkham and these guys maybe go to China, that they say like, I came from such a poor background that I want to be doubly, triply sure that I never go back there. So as much as I want to play for Bayern Munich, for Barcelona, or for Real Madrid, I'm going to Newcastle. Because 150 a week for Bayern is that's good. It's Bayern Munich. It's freaking Bayern Munich with all the history that Bayern have. It's amazing. That's as amazing. I've always dreamed about playing for Bayern Munich and the chance of winning the Champions League. 300,000? 300,000 a week? That's a lot of cash, guys. That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of freaking cash. So, bro, I never said that you were that bad or so forth. All I'm saying is there's a disparity in the atmosphere of the clubs. Let's just keep it real. Like Newcastle fans and the atmosphere you get in Newcastle stadiums is different. And people have said this from Wigan, like that stadium is unique. So I'm not saying that people in City fans don't care and people don't like Man City, but it's just slightly different, bro. It's slightly different. Your Red Devil is still on call. RDS. Yeah, he's still on call. He's still on call. Shout out to your boy Trudeman. Uncle Mo at Newcastle with this molar. Is he back? You see, someone asked this before, man. If only this takeover had happened before he joined the Roma. But let's see what happens let's see what happens in the summer. Because I'm sure Uncle Mo says that I've got unfinished business in the Premier League. But if Newcastle are smart, this is a job for Conte. Because Conte is that kind of manager where give me a season where I now have 300 billion to spend, and I can now cherry pick my players. Conte can deliver you a trophy because he's done it before. Like he did it at Chelsea. I think that was like his second season, and he delivered a trophy. So, and even if it's not the Premier League, if Conte gets all his targets that summer, he could give you an FA Cup. Because when was the last time Newcastle won like a trophy, like a major trophy? Like it's been a long time. So as much as I love Uncle Mo and I would like Uncle Mo to come back in the Premier League, because look, Uncle Mo is his freaking box office. Because I saw Conte trending, Conte would be right for this job. And that's the thing. Like Conte is trash in Europe. He is garbage in Europe. In the Champions League, the guy has totally underperformed. Domestically, he's very good. Like once he figures out his system, he gets his players. He's like what he did with those Chelsea boys, nobody could beat them. Once he just changed the formation, handles wing backs and everything, nobody could beat Chelsea. They freaking ran the table, and so forth, man. Oh, Shane. Oh, shit. So sorry. I think I missed some other.
I'm back. Sorry, man. Everyone wants me, man. It's just.
Yeah, you're famous, man. Okay, wait. Let me go back to some dubs I may have missed, man. So let's see. Oh, okay. So Abudi, man, thanks for the dub. Abudi says, HH, who will support Newcastle United first, Juju Man or Core? I say Core. I say Core. I say Core. Like for me, I think Juju Man will remain loyal for the main but I say Core. So from Shane, thank you for the dose. Shane says, looking at this list, every Bayern Champions League is top dud. You see, so Shane obviously is a Bayern fan and so forth. And look, as much as I feel that money is reality and spending is reality, there is something you have to sort of respect with like Bayern's their virtue of, because in Bayern Munich, they have a very strict wage structure. So Bayern are never going to be spending like 100 million on a player. They're not, nobody is even sniffing 200 or 250,000. Yeah. And the fact that they've delivered you 2 trebles and consistently perform well in the Champions League without spending crazy, I admire that. Now, that doesn't take anything away from guys who spend their way to victory. See, for me, I am not going to take anything away from you if, let's say, you spend trillions and you won. No. Like, for me, see, if City won the Champions League, I would be like, you look at you spend all the money and everything. No, I'm like, okay, you won. Now I was just, okay, well, Pep, you didn't have, you had to spend trillions to win, but spending money is the name of the game. That's just modern football. Now, if you choose not to spend money, cool, that's on you. But it doesn't, for me, it doesn't make you any better. That's just how I view it. I mean, like, what's your take on that, man? I mean, do you think that Bayern not having these funds and still winning Champions Leagues makes their wins better?
I mean, in one way, it's so. From what perspective we're coming from? The perspective of the fans or the perspective of the owners? That's the key question. So if it's the perspective of the owners, like in the case of this guy, I don't think it really matters because money is relative. Because we're talking about a lot of money, but like the thing is, it's like a millionaire doesn't care if he loses 100 quid, but obviously if we lose 100 quid, so we're like, oh my goodness, that's a pain. So it's the same equivalent here. Like this fund, this consortium, if they spend hundreds of millions of pounds to win Champions League, like that's a drop in the ocean. Like it's no big deal. Yeah, we spent 100 millions. Yeah, that's like pocket change to get a CL because we value the achievement of the competition. That's I'm sure the PSG owners the same thing. Like, I don't care. I don't want to sell Mbappe for 200 because I want the success of the Champions League. I want the bragging rights. That is worth more than whatever. Whereas from the fans' point of view, obviously for bragging rights or bantering, then from fans will be like, oh yeah, well, we were able to win trophies with minimal spend, which shows that our players are better, which shows that our manager is good, etc., etc. And so, our achievement is worth more than your achievement who just bought up the league. So I think it's more so from the fans' perspective that it means more. But I think if you're the owners of the club or the shareholders, like you don't give a damn, especially when you're earning like that amount of what you're worth, that amount of money.
From your boy Gatlock, who says, Wallahi, I'm up for adoption. We could have come. Wait, what do you mean you're up for adoption in terms of what? Wait, yeah. Wait, how are they like you're
Are
not?
you selling your services, Gatlock? Is that what you're saying?
So obviously, I think that's this is from Suleiman, who says, Walaki, this news is mad. Newcastle greater than Sunderland now. Well,
oh yeah, Sunderland is a
Newcastle have always though the last time Sunderland were relevant was when Kevin Phillips scored 30 goals with Niall Quinn, and then ends his call up to the England squad, man. But bro, since then, man, those guys have really been relevant, man. So
they're in Sunderland. Yeah, let's not talk about Sunderland, man. It's a dumb man.
So Suleiman, you wanted to talk to us, man. Suleiman, this whole Newcastle, man. Give me your thoughts, bro. Give me your thoughts.
I honestly feel happy for Newcastle fans because I watch a lot of football YouTube and I stumble across Newcastle fans like True Geordie, if you know the Irish guy from HITC Sport, and they've always hated Mike Ashley's guts. Like they've always complained about him, and to see them now get bought by the Saudis, I mean, they have a bright future ahead of them. Even though in a way, I kind of feel bad for La Liga and how they're falling behind in terms of money. It's still a dub for Newcastle fans.
Solomon, man, you can now rejoice, Barca fans, because now you have a club that's like, whoa, actually, we can, Coutinho. Do you want Coutinho? He's world class. We've got a few players to offload.
That's a very good point, because if you think about this whole thing, 5-dimensionally and so forth, it's like, man, nobody can afford to get these players off of us. But now, if Newcastle now says, so Coutinho, we can offer you 300,000 a week, and bro, we can buy him off you for 100, 120 million. Boom. So literally, Barca could just say, look, we have players that we can happily take off of you. So
bro,
my
just
thing is
imagine if this had gone through last season,
when they had a Griezmann
and they made those sales. Yes. I don't know how the financial thing works, but you never know. They might have been able to keep a hold of Messi because they would have been able to offload some of these players to Newcastle, building their squad.
Ouch.
And then they would have had a
yeah. I mean, as good as that be, I'm happy that it's happened because the streets wanted Messi at PSG. For the narratives, with streets wanted Messi at PSG, man. I mean, no, look, I think the most realistic transfer, I think for sure, is
Hazard.
No, Coutinho. I think Coutinho is one that's 100% that really makes sense.
Yeah,
that really makes sense. You see, I think because you had Insigne in a thing as well.
He's in his final year of his contract.
He's not leaving Napoli. The guy is born and bred in Naples. He's never leaving Napoli. No way. Impossible. For me, that's not happening. Hazard.
The difficult thing is just is that we say these things, and I know players, I know that they say it's more in sport, etc. But you just don't know when someone comes up to you with a wad of cash and says, "Yo."
Now we're talking.
We got the shake.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
So we're just offloading our bad players to Newcastle.
Newcastle, my dear sheikhs, wallahi, 80 mil, 75 mil. Allah, 75, 74, 70 mil, please. We will be more. Whatever
that's shameless, man.
Whatever price you want is happy, man. 70, 75 mil, whatever price, bro. And my thing is that use that money and please, can I get a creative dribbler? Can I get a dribbler? Please. No. So Newcastle could be a great benefit. You see, this is why I have always been against financial fair play. I'm like, guys, who cares? It's the Wild West. It's the Wild West. Let's guys just have their fun. Let's guys just have their fun.
Do you think this is going to happen often, to a lot more clubs, in the future?
That was what I was just trying to say to Red Devil, is that football is going to look very different in 5, 6, 7 years' time, because football is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and more famous. So a lot of billionaires will be like, and two types of billionaires
Oh,
because
sorry, Gareth Bale. That's not a thing as well. Because isn't Bale in
Bale is
his?
another one. Bale is another one.
Yeah. Go on.
So my thing is that you have like, if like the cronky type of owner will be like, this is a super business because we're dealing with a religion, we're dealing with a drug. The football fan addiction is greater than any other sporting fan's addiction. They will always come because this is a drug, this is a narcotic. Then the other kind of owner is, this football sport is amazing. Like, football is the most popular sport in the world. And as a billionaire imagine if, let's say, I was a billionaire, I'm passionate about football, my dream would be to own my own team. That would be freaking amazing. Imagine if I have my own team. Let's say I'm worth 200 billion and I have my own team and I can just build up my own team and my own players. That is a freaking dream. That's anybody's freaking dream. And then I could have the opportunity to like actually win the trophy and actually lift up the trophy and everything. That is a dream. Like, if your passion is this sport, the next thing is to own a freaking club. So that's the key thing. Your boy Alex B says Premier League fans bash the Super League but praise the takeover. Alex, why though? See, that makes sense because it's still within the context of the Premier League. So therefore, this makes the Premier League brand look better. See, the Super League takes away from the Premier League brand because the Super League is something completely new, independent of the Premier League. So, this is the point that Suleiman just made. This now makes the Premier League even much more attractive and a much more attractive destination for other players based on the amounts of money that this club can now offer. So you can sort of applaud this takeover and still bash the Super League because, hey, this makes so EPL fans will say, hey, this is why the Premier League is the best club is the best league in the world. Newcastle in 1-2 years time are now going to have that would now be another superstar team to go alongside Man City, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, and so forth. So
wait, Red Devil, didn't Carvajal sign a contract for renewal for Madrid?
Yeah, no, someone just wanted. Okay, so yeah, Carvajal, you can take Carvajal out that picture.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the others, Sule, Modric, Zakaria, Onana, which was the other one that was glaring. I was like, whoa, he's in his last year as well.
Yeah.
And Coutinho, obviously, those guys could be involved. So, but yeah, because Suleiman, you mentioned a point on La Liga, and one of the things that like getting small, like, for the sake of the Liga's finances, are we going to see a situation where the Liga basically become like a selling league, where they basically have to sell their their best players in order to sort of remain financially viable to compete with the Premier League? What would you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible because, like, with or without oil money, you still need like a level of finances where you still gotta like pay the bills and stuff. Like when you're looking at Barcelona, like can't even afford the electricity bill. You still you gotta bring stuff in. So yeah, I could see like where like La Liga teams become like the next Borussia Dortmund, where they just sell talent for like the highest bidder. Yeah, I can see that. Shout out to the guys in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, so your boy Z Gold says, I'm sorry for Arsenal. Newcastle now greater than Arsenal. If you're an Arsenal fan, what must you be thinking? Because this is what you've been praying for. Because you see, if you're an Arsenal fan, you should be like, freaking heck. We have a dude who refuses to sell and has no interest in investing in trying to make the team better. And these guys just got the dream because they've been they've been bought by guys who we know are interested in football. Okay, let me read that since you're done with that. Is there a scenario where these guys will probably turn into Kroenke and FSG and just use it just as a business?
I mean, it's like anything. Like they could, some of the other owners, but like, but like I say, the Wolves owner, for example, Watford owners, and so on. So like, it's definitely possible. But Amanda Staveley, she did come out. She was like, we intend to compete for the Premier League title within the first 5 to 10 years. So that doesn't.
Wait. So who is she like? What's her title?
So she's the sporting director. I think they are going to get a proper consortium owner or whatever it is that they're trying to appoint. But right now she's like the one that's actually led the consortium to make the deal with Mike Ashley in the first place. So
she's like Marina Granovskaya, kind of, or
it's sort of yeah. So but I guess in this case, like I think that she like almost partly not want to say owns, but like runs the sort of consortium, which presumably has a lot of people that are involved. So I don't think she's going to be the one, the figurehead for Newcastle going forward. I think they've yet to appoint that person. But what I guess what I'm trying to say is like I don't think you say that if you don't have the ambition to compete. And Newcastle was already, because this is the thing about Newcastle. Newcastle was already a profit-making club anyway. You know, so I don't think that I don't think you're going to be in a situation where at the end of the day we know they're going to be putting. Ooh, my phone again. Sorry, guys.
Okay, good. Fine. So, Itis Merchant who says, surely the Premier League is now a de facto Super League. Here's the thing, man. All right. I was okay. Yes, yeah. I'll because we're actually about to round up some, but I'll send you the link. Yes, so you can share your thoughts, man. But we're gonna round up like in 10 minutes time though. So here's it. This is an argument for the Super League because what this now means is you're now seeing how Man City have now sort of just pushed themselves away from the rest of the league because of the amount of money they have, and because of that amount of money, the manager they can attract and the kind of players that they can attract. Chelsea, we've already seen what they can do, and so forth, man. So my thing is, you could argue that it's a de facto Super League in a sense of the amounts of super teams that there are there. But what is a Super League? A Super League is every single team is money. Every single team is big time. So it is a league built entirely of ultimate teams. That's a Super League. The Premier League is a Super League within a league. You know, but the Super League is United, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and now potentially Newcastle. That's the Super League. That is within a league. But a Super League is top to bottom. Every single team can buy anybody they want, and every single team is an ultimate team. It's a super team. Because I'm sorry, like it's boring watching a super team against a Norwich or a Greenwich. Because maybe Greenwich, and it's a big shock. But those big shocks hardly ever happen. What I want to see and what excites me is ultimate team against ultimate team, big team against big team, super team against super team. That's exactly what I want to see. Yasir, man, talk to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm actually very excited for Newcastle fans. They deserve this, bro.
Are you really? Are you jealous?
Because
Be real. You're jealous. You're jealous.
I'm not jealous because at the end of the day, Red Devil is here and he knows that our owners are trash. So at the end of the day, if this just proves that the point that we've been trying to make, and for some reason the mainstream media are oblivious to the idea that the Glazers are trash. If this proves our point that we've been trying to make, and shames the Glazers into selling the club, then albeit. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing I'm gonna say. It's gonna be very interesting going forward because the Saudis need to be very careful that they don't do what everyone expects them to do, and buy the Coutinhos, the Bells, etc., etc. In my opinion, I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think the route they're going to put is trying to put in a footballing structure. In my opinion, what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to get a lot of players from the league themselves. So they're probably going to try to poach players from the big clubs as well, such as Kovacic. Because I'm pretty sure if they offer 70 mil to Chelsea, Chelsea will accept that bid from Kovacic.
No. Yes, yeah. We're accepting a bit of anything for Werner. So
yeah, so but like I said, they're probably gonna try to bid for Van de Beek. They're probably gonna bid for players that in these big clubs they're gonna be surplus to requirements.
Why is bidding for Coutinho wrong though?
Because the thing is I believe that what in their idea, Coutinho will cost money, a lot of money for whatever, and he's gonna come in with ridiculous wages. And what I think they're trying to do is they want to build a team. They want to build a team that can compete in the short term, can compete for top 4 in Europe, and in the long term can compete and have a monopoly in the league that can consistently win the Premier League and can challenge for the Champions League. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna build a team, and they're probably gonna hire a coach. And I don't think they're gonna hire Conte. They're probably gonna hire a manager that can build a team and that can implement a philosophy that if he doesn't do anything with it, they can replace him. And it's similar to what City did. City, where they bought Mancini to Pellegrini to a Pep Guardiola. That's what they're probably gonna do. They're gonna go for these managers that's gonna build a team, they're gonna elevate the team, and eventually they're gonna hire the best managers. Because I don't think they're gonna go for the.
So how long does it take them to say what's up then to win it?
Bro, like I said, with that amount of money, if they do things correctly year by year, it could happen in the next 5 years, bro. The next 5 years they can be competing for the top 4 easily.
No. So yes, as a United fan, you're saying you really don't have any beef.
I don't, HH, because I'm a fair person, HH. I'm always gonna be a fair person. I love Man United, but I think we should get what we deserve, and we shouldn't get something that we don't deserve. If we don't deserve to be in the top 4, we should not get top 4. If we don't deserve to win the title, we should not win the title. If we deserve to get relegated, we should get relegated. That's what we deserve. Our club has been run like trash, and if this is what it takes for our club to actually act right and actually get people that actually care about our club to come in and make Man United the greatest club that it should be, then yeah, man, I'm not worried at all, HH. Because at the end of the day, I'm ready to accept the consequences for being inept. That's me. That's my opinion.
Now, wait, let me bring, because this is now interesting. So, Gigi Bridge says, imagine if they get relegated this season. I'm not going to bring this up. This is early, though. This is still very, very early.
Oh, they're 19th in the league, but it's only beginning. 19th.
But it won't matter, though. I don't think it will matter at all if they get promoted. Because at the end of the day, if they get relegated, they're going to get promoted right away. So, sure? 100%. 100%. Because look at just right now, just check.
No. Okay. My thing's okay. You see, now, this is where, but that's why I love this dub. So let's say they get relegated. Will that player still accept to play in Division 1 for 300,000 a week? They probably would, because players still went to the Championship League. But that's now a very interesting twist.
But HH,
we're offering you 350, we're offering you 400, but you're going to play in the Championship.
But HH, if you look at the Championship for the last several years, the same team have been promoted. Norwich got relegated. Was it 2 years ago, and they got promoted again? Like Watford 2 years ago, they got relegated. The same team just keep coming back because they have the most money. The teams with the most money will always get for example, if Norwich they're gonna get relegated, 2 years later they're gonna come back. So they just have too much money, bro, to compete with others.
No, it's not necessarily that the owners have some money, but the Norwich model is because the amount of money that the Premier League generates, relegation 20th place is still more than the Championship. I think it's still more than the person who wins Serie A. So the winner who wins Serie A will get less money, prize money, after the league is over than the 20th relegated team in the Premier League.
That's kind of
which is madness.
Yeah.
So as a business model, if I'm doing that, sure, we got our, because Falk is losing a notch. You're going to get relegated, but at the end of the day, they're he's good enough to get us promoted, so we'll get 50, 60, 70, whatever, how many £1 million every other season into the club, why should we change our model when we're getting more into the club by that way than, to be honest, quite a lot of teams in Serie, La Liga, and the Bundesliga?
So, guys, look, man, I've got to round this up. But look, as again, quality Nations League game. You know, your boy Lukaku said what's up. Your boy Mbappe and all those guys said what's up. Even Hazard as well. And
Give them nicknames.
nice
Give them nicknames, man.
Yes, they did. Yes, they all did. This was a win for me tonight. And as far as Newcastle goes, bro, I think it's great.
It's just who are you rooting for? Be honest. Be absolute honest. Who are you rooting for the Belgium and France game?
Definitely Hazard's team.
I wasn't. No. I was rooting for my individual narrative. Damn. So I was rooting for Hazard, Lukaku. So it's Hazard, Lukaku, Mbappe, and Benzema, and all of them showed up. Guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
See ya.
Peace.
Peace.